Failing Matric or getting an email stating that we regret to inform you, but you have not been accepted can be disheartening. I'd like to quote one of Prophet Joshua's teachings. He says that if you are a Christian, your situation is not meant to destroy you, but to stop you a while in order to prepare you well for a new position in life. It might be to preserve you from the challenges ahead. He also quotes on one of his teachings that after you have done everything humanly possible, God still has to mark our work. This is to tell us that rejection and failure are not meant to destroy us, but to shape in us and direct us to our destiny. So, whoever that is going through failure or rejection at this point, I hope you can get strength from this quote.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'll be doing another academic video. So in this video I'll be talking about reflecting, restructuring and re-executing for people that have missed the mark for their matric results, as well as those that didn't get accepted into any institution. So without any waste of time, obviously want to wish you guys a massive and a happy new year. May 2023 be that year that you've been waiting for. May it bring you joy, happiness and all of God's blessings and good news coming your way, and I pray that all goes well with you. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is the people that failed, basically missed the mark, and those that don't qualify for what you call for their respective courses. I think I've covered a bit of it in the previous video of bridging course versus matric rewrite video. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it up somewhere. I don't know which side it is, but I'll link it up there. So yes guys, firstly, it's really never a sprint but a marathon. The reason why I say this is because I know like you've probably seen posts or people commenting on social media platforms that someone graduates at a certain age but struggle to find a job, then someone that graduates later finds a job immediately and all of that. But I feel like we should also assess our own personal journeys instead of, yes, it's good motivation to just say to get your mind in the right space in terms of not being discouraged and not feeling left out and not like, hey, my peers are now going to varsity, my peers are now buying cars, my peers are now working, and I'm still stuck, or I failed matric, now everyone is leaving. But use that time, as much as we can say, okay, everyone's journey is different, but use that time when you like dust yourself off, use that time to kind of see, okay, what did I do wrong for me to be here? Because there's something that person did that you didn't do. Like, reflect on, what did I do wrong, what went wrong, did I maybe lose focus along the way, am I doing subjects that I understand the content, or don't I understand the content? Like, what is the problem of, like, what led you failing? Was it loss of focus? Was it the content itself? Maybe you don't understand the material as much as you thought you did. Was it the nerves? Because anxiety can really make one to perform badly. So you just identify, like, before you say, okay, we can do this again, we can try and go at it again, reflect first. That's the first thing I wanted to say. So if you missed the mark, like you failed, maybe you failed 2 subjects, I don't know how many subjects qualify for you to get a fail. I think it's 2 level 1s that makes one to fail, or level 2s, I don't know. Do you fail with level 2? I don't know guys, but yeah, whatever. If you failed your matric, like, identify what the root problem is that led to you failing. Then before you can say, okay, let me go at it, let me just go rewrite, because now if you apply to rewrite and you still haven't identified what the real cause of your failure is, you're gonna do the same mistake, you understand? Then you're gonna end up failing again. If you don't understand the content, maybe your study methods were wrong. If you don't understand the content, you can ask your teachers, and I said lecturers, you can ask your teachers what the problem, like, to maybe clarify the content better for you, or try different study methods. Maybe the ones that you used previously are not conducive for you specifically, but might be working for someone else, which is the risk of using other people's methods for your prof. So try to see what works for you personally, because for some people theory module is about like let's say for example life science, some people they write down the notes over and over until they get them. Then some people try to understand what they are reading, then they get it, then there's like they get it. So some use cue cards, some use like the different study methods, guys, that you can think of. So don't try to use someone's study methods to try it out and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, don't use it because it's working for that particular person. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to say, that reflect on what went wrong before we can go at it again. Then the second one is restructuring. That is where now you do the implementation of the new method that you want to try out. Let's say now it was the study method that was wrong, and you used to like writing out the paragraphs. Like let's say you're gonna discuss mitosis and meiosis. You used to write everything down, like this is what meiosis is, blah 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 blah. Then now you're gonna implement or restructure using a different method, because that one maybe you didn't understand the concept as you thought you did. So now you're gonna try different methods that you didn't use prior. So this is where the restructuring comes into play. And this is where starting early is beneficial for you, because you get to try out different techniques and see, okay, cue cards are not working for me, I still don't get what I'm doing, even the summaries, I don't understand clearly what's happening. You can watch YouTube videos that cover the topic. You can maybe use other sources like textbooks and other things that you can find on the internet, or go to your local library, or find a tutor if you want to go that route. Then maybe someone explaining the content to you will be better for you to understand. So that is the restructuring part of it. This is where you implement removing what didn't work from your reflection. You're like, okay, this didn't work for me, and now I'm gonna try this and this and this. Also, that is also a trial and error process. You try to see if this one also works for you, because there are different study methods as well, like the Pomodoro method. Some people, you can't grasp information how do you call it, you can't grasp information when you study for a long duration. But like myself, I know I can study for like 3 hours without a break, and I'd still be in the zone. Like I get zoned in. But for some people, they need like breaks in between. So like just figuring out, that is where the restructuring comes into play. Like, okay, I use this method. Maybe you were studying for long hours without taking a break, then your brain is tired, but you're not conscious of it because your body is still there. You just like trying to consume as much as you can to say that you've done a lot of studying, which in actual sense you didn't grasp as much as you thought you did. So just it's that restructuring of laying something, like everything, your cards on the table, and saying, okay, this one doesn't work for me, this one works for me, I'm gonna try this one, I'm gonna try that one. Then that is the restructuring. Then the re-executing. So after you have reflected, you chopped out things you don't need, right? Then you have this space of block to put in new things. Obviously you have things that work for you, like this is what works for me, I'm this type of a person. That is where the restructuring is. I'm gonna try this with this and combine them together to see if it works. Now the re-execution is where now you are doing these methods, you are applying yourself to them. And also you can check with your past papers. Study the content first, then you take past papers from previous years, you write them down as if you are in an exam, and that is where the re-execution and seeing if what you studied really works for you. Like, do you understand the content? Do you now, like, you implementing what is new and what worked for you, and seeing if now these new methods, do they work for you, or you still have to chop out some things before you now go write your finals. Those that failed and those that missed the mark in terms of meeting the target for whatever course that they wanted to study, obviously will be rewriting. That is the drill. Then the closing date, I'm gonna release this video before February because I want to give you guys at least 2 weeks to go apply. So the closing date for the May and June, May and June examinations, it's on the 8th of February. So to go and apply, it's on the 8th of February 2023. Please guys, don't waste time, don't sleep on this, because I know some people we're still in that sulky mode of I failed. I know it hurts. I mean, failure is never sweet, so we can only learn from it. So I hope with this video you can kind of check where you went wrong, and we try again. But I really hope this video finds you on time, because if now you're still sulking until mid-February, then that's when you're trying to find a solution. Closing date would have passed. But let me check. The first, I wrote everything down. So the May, June, like if you want to rewrite your Matric in May, June, like to write in June, it's gonna be on the 8th of February. Then for those that, okay, if maybe you see this video beyond February, hopefully it's not after March, because the October, November examinations, they close on the 15th of March 2023. So guys, that is the first step. Please go apply so that we work this journey together. Then the surprising factor is I'll be rewriting with you guys. I'm really hoping this video motivates, or this journey that I'll be sharing with you guys motivates those that I'm like, I'm too old for this, is it worth it, or feel discouraged to go get their Matric. Guys, I don't really have to rewrite, but I'm gonna rewrite to show you guys the process and share with you guys. I have nothing to lose but everything to gain if the marks improve from what I got previously with my Matric results. And I'll be sharing everything. Like, I'll be sharing my grades, I'll be sharing my study methods, I'll be sharing study techniques, I'll be sharing everything, because things have changed. The way they set question papers has changed. So even for me, this is a learning curve, and I'm hoping this video can encourage one of you that is like, but you know, those that are suffering from what people say syndrome. Maybe you're like 22 and you still don't have your Matric, or you failed, feeling ashamed. That guys, we are in this together. Let's go rewrite. Do what you have to do to make sure that you get to where you want to be. Like, it's dollar what you must to get where you want to be, as Ra would say. So yes guys, I will really hope this video finds the right people and you can do the things that I've discussed. But also I'll be sharing my journey with you guys. I think it will be a segment, but I'll be rewriting. I'm gonna apply as well, so I'll share that process with you. I'll be rewriting in May, June. So now in with the June, the first set of people to write, I'll be writing with those people, because second semester I'll be focused on my academics fully, on tertiary. That's when I'll be catering for the tertiary people. So yes guys, I hope we work this journey together, and that the videos that are about to follow, or this segment, this series, is interesting and helpful to those people that will be watching it and those people that need it. Now coming to the people that missed the mark. Let's say now you want to do engineering and you have 28 points instead of, let's say they want 32 points. So what I want you to do is be proactive with your goals. Like, know what you're aiming for. In this sense, I mean, like, if you know that, let's say they tell you for maths we need a 70, a 65, I think that's what they normally want. They want like a 65 for maths, they want a level 4 for English, they want like those prerequisites that they want. Just go draft them down, like jot them down somewhere. Like, this is how much I need for this module, for this subject. This is how much I need for this. Like, let's say you need like a level 5 for maths, you need a level 5 for physics, a level 5 for life science, for whatever course that you want to study. So if they rejected you, or you know that you didn't meet the mark, maybe your AP score is lower than what you planned. So what we do is they need, let's say 32 points, like I made an example. You write them down, everything that they need. Like, for maths I have to aim for 65%, let's say 70 to be safe, so that you stand out from those that will be competing with you for a spot. So you write it down. Then for every subject, guys, write it down, know how much you should be aiming for. Then after that, you check your AP. Let's say now you have 7 modules, subjects. You have 7 subjects. So there are those, let's say 3. Okay, I'll say 6 because LO, normally they don't count LO. If they do, it's 1. It's 1 point. So now let's say you have 6 modules that you're going to be working with, and that's 1 point for other institutions. Other institutions don't consider LO. So let's say you have this 6 modules that you're going to be working with. 3, they already tell you what they want for you to even qualify for this course. Let's say maths, physics, and life science, for those that want like the whatever course that you want to study. So let's say it's maths, physics, and life science. I'm just making an example, guys. It's like you'll check what is applicable for that respective course that you want to study. So I'm just making an example. If you have 6 modules that you're going to be working with to attempt to get this 32 AP score, so you have 3 that they tell you, okay, you need to get a level 5 for these 3 modules, subjects. You need to get level 5 for these 3 subjects. Then for AP score, you write this prerequisite ones. This is 5, you're gonna need 5, 5, 5 for this. Then for the remaining 3, you have to aim such that after you subtract this 5, 5, 5, you know what you have to aim for the remaining 3. Does that make sense? So guys, let's say the course that you want to do requires you to have an AP of 30. So you have 6. So the best way you can get 30 is if you get level 5 for each one. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if you have a level 5 for all your subjects, then you know that you have a 30 AP score. Then that lingering possible 1, because some institutions don't regard LO. So you know that you're aiming for level 5 for all of them. So before you go write, when you do your past papers, you should be sure that let's say 75%, you are confident that you're going to get 70%, 70% of this, so that you get a level 6 instead of a 5, because you want to boost your chances, because you're going to be competing with people that actually qualify for the course, have more than enough points, but because of limited space or classes that they can cater for students, they have to cut you off. Understand? So that is why I'm saying aim a point up. So if they say they want a 5 for maths, aim for 6. If they say they want a 6, aim for 6, but possibly get that 7. So yes guys, but don't try to focus on getting a point up where you know that you have a weakness, and you neglect other subjects, because it has to be a balance. Like, don't focus your energy on this one only, then you leave out everything just because they say they want like an levels. Let's say the course that you want to do, they just want a level 5 for maths, then they don't stipulate for the others. So don't focus just on maths to get that level 5, then you neglect these ones. Then at the end of the day, you have a prerequisite, but you don't meet the AP score. So try to find a balance to ensure that everything that they want, you get. So that is what I wanted to say for those that missed the mark. If they didn't select you, it means let's say it was only 20 spaces that had to be filled, then you're that 30th person that could have been selected if they needed 30 people. So take it as, I'm gonna go back, improve, so that I'm part of that 20 when they select them next time. Then you know that you're safe and everything is good. Because now, if they didn't take you, it means they didn't take you for a bridging course. That's what I'm thinking. Or your first choice and your second choice. Then for those that got accepted for their second choice and it's something that they really love, please go for it. Go for it by all means. And those that are rewriting with me, and either way you failed or you missed the mark or you didn't get accepted, guys, I'm gonna stress this out. do job shadowing, so that you know by the time you apply, this is really a field that you want to go into. So that is the advantage you have. You won't find out when you're in the classroom at an institution that, oh boy, law is not what I wanted, or whatever course it is, that this is not what I wanted. So we have that opportunity to job shadow before we apply for a course that you want to follow. So maybe you wanted accounting, just go to an accounting firm, ask them if you can job shadow one of their accountants or whatever, what do you call their interns, whatever, like whoever they can give you, just so you see what they do on a day-to-day basis, the office space, this is what they do. Like for that course that you want to apply for, go varsity, have the end in mind, because now if you know this is what an engineer does on a day-to-day basis, even when you're studying, you know the end goal, like this is what I'll be, this is what I'm aiming for, you know, this is what I'm like, what that is gonna look like in the corporate space, so that you don't just study like I want to be an engineer, then when you die you're like, oh, didn't know this is what engineering is, you know. So I hope you guys can do that. Then obviously, like I said, you can also do your learner's license and all of that jazz, find a part-time job or a full-time job. And guys, I don't want to make this video any longer. I just wanted to say, let's go with it, do it again. I'll be sharing this journey with you guys, rewriting with you guys. And today is Monday. By tomorrow I'm gonna go and show you guys the rewriting application process. So I'm gonna go to the school for those that are gonna rewrite via the school. Then I'm gonna go to the Department of Education for those that wanna go that route. Then but normally at Department of Education they're going to refer you to the center that you wrote, so I'd advise you to go to their school. Then for those that will be rewriting via your Boston or, you know, some college or some program that's being offered out there, your G college, I think they also have those, like you can rewrite your Matric there. Then that one I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you guys, but it's the same process as when you go to school. But the college one, obviously you'll pay your registration fee, then they'll fill your details, then they put the application on your behalf. I'm trusting that if you applied at Boston and Jeep College and all those other colleges, then you have a feedback by now, or maybe you're gonna go sometime during this week to apply. So they'll do everything for you as long as they accepted you into the institution. Then they will apply for you and do all the application process. So I'll be sharing the one where you are rewriting via high school, the free way, not the paying route. So yes guys, then there's a lot of content that's gonna follow, especially regarding to Matric, rewrite, Matric, and getting into that course that you want to get into. I'll make sure of it, guys. Like if you apply yourself, then the sky is the limit. So yes guys, without waste of time, I just wanted to say thank you, may God bless you, and join me in this journey if really this is your situation, you failed or you need to, you know, rewrite. So I hope you enjoyed the videos to come, and see you on the next one. Love you. I just realized as I was editing the video that I shot yesterday, that I didn't cater, or rather include, the option for people that don't want to go to university but rather want to go to college. So for those that want to go to college, if you failed your Matric or you missed the mark for whatever qualification that you want to do at the institution, at a college, you can literally just go straight to the college. You have two options basically. So you can either rewrite with us, or you can go to the college that you want to attend. Then instead of starting with N4, because I know like every qualification, is it engineering, marketing, or whatever that you'll be doing at the respective college, it starts with N4. So when you have your Matric, you start with N4, then you do your N5, N6. Then if you don't have your Matric, they have the option of starting you with N3. So you're gonna do N3, then do N4, which is your first year of your qualification. So yeah, I just thought I should throw that in there, that people that want to go to college instead of like a university, basically if you want to go to an FET, So that is the other option you have. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna close the video off here because I want to start the vlog for the application process. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and be on the lookout for the next video, which is the one that I'm starting right now. Love you guys, and I'll make sure to answer each and every comment. See you, bye.